What I think having academy teams does for CSGO is that it brings the maximum level from talents on an early stage, and in the long run we get to see more talented players, better clips, better headshots, and a higher level of Counterstrike in general, and also building down towards the grassroots quite a bit, taking care of young players in the early days, transforming them, which is a great thing in my opinion. I think academy players benefit a lot from being a part of bigger organizations. Take Pleasant, for example, who had a shot in the Fnatic Ace team for a short period, even though it was a gamble, taking him from FaceIt Pro League, because he impressed a lot there, and taking a gamble, because the way I see it, and I'm pretty sure Fnatic does the same way, is giving one of the super talented players a chance. It's good for them, and they might actually take it. Does take some time to build up, experience, etc. But I think it's a good thing. Personally, I would love to see more organizations picking up academy teams. We're looking in that direction. I know some of the other big organizations are doing the same, because it's, it bounds talent to you. If you sign with a contract, you have them in your play pool already, and you can transform players who you have believe in will be good for your future, without letting them go to other teams, etc. So it's just like how can you say, youth academy for football, etc., where the big teams tie up the big talents, and one or two out of them is probably going to be very successful. So it's a great thing. I think that academy teams of bigger organizations getting direct invites to smaller tournaments where some semi-pro teams can't get an invite is, in my opinion, kind of counterproductive. But I understand it from the organization's point of view as well, or the tournament organizers, that because they want the name. If you can have Fnatic, Godsend, NRP in the future as academy team there, obviously it's going to attract more sponsors, people watching the tournament, than if you have some random tier 2, tier 3 team. So it's simple, it's business, and yeah, it might not be fair in my opinion, but I see why they do it. I think it's necessary for esports to continue to grow and to have academy team, but I also think we have a quite long journey ahead of us before it actually gets as organized and as good as traditional sports like football, ice hockey, etc. Having a lot of younger team, and this is something that I personally are working for NRP, that we're going to have a whole youth growth thing for the younger players, so they actually have a chance to being a part of the team even from very young age, and playing with different teams depending on how old you are, etc. Because we need to go back to grassroots and help to transform them from an early stage, and organize them as well. It helps both the players, both the parents, knowing what your kid is doing in front of a computer, just like any traditional sport. I think that CSGO is getting to a stage where it can support multiple teams actually, but depending on, you can't afford to have more than one team with the high salaries as the elite teams have, because it's way too expensive. But small amounts of money, having boot camp facilities, having a coach, etc. It's more than viable at the moment for the bigger organizations. Fortunately, for us working within esports, because we want to have the best education for the young talents coming up. So it's a great thing. Well, we have an academy player who really caught my eye. It's Pleasant from FaceIt Pro League. I know, I also Disco Dopplan, who were standing in from us for a while. It's not an academy player in Epsilon, but we still found him at FaceIt Pro League as well. So it's kind of a, how can you say, an academy player. And they're showing such a great talent, and they're probably going to be the next generation's superstars. If I were able to join an academy team when I was a younger player, I would have done it instantly. For the hours, I had to construct my own practice schedules and everything during my younger years, and focus on pretty much practicing on myself. But if I would have had a whole team with a coach and an analyst and everything doing that for me, it would have taken me to the next level so much faster than all the hours I actually had to put in for it. So I think it would be a great thing for me to have, and I really wish I was born in this time period instead. there's a lot of ways where how big organizations can support young talents and academy players coming up. I mean, for us in NIP, we have Area Academy, which is a school thing. So in Sweden, you can choose esports for half of your days in school, and we're training the coaches and the teachers there to learn out esport with our viewpoint on it. So we have a lot of upcoming talent there, probably because it's elections to get into school, and it's soon going to be 12 schools in Sweden that has it, which is freaking awesome for us to have this kind of talent pool, and learning them on early ages, not only how to be better at the game, but how to behave and how to think and how to move. And there's so many different angles on it that I want to teach people, and that's great.